Bup bup bup. Bada bup. Bup 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 bup. Bup bup. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. How long's this Undertale playlist? Whoa. That might be a bit much. That might be a bit much for stream. That's not lo-fi enough for me. Ooh. Just search game chops and pick something. Oh, they have a playlist. I found the playlist. It reverted my volume. There we are. Sorry if I blast anyone's eardrums out. Wait, they actually have so many in here. Alright, hold on. Let me just find one that I want to start on. Delta and vibes. This is too Christmas. This is way too Christmas. Alright, I'll start on Delta. Let's shuffle it. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I need to save this playlist probably, huh? There we go. Hold on, 2 seconds. I'm getting there, people. Okay. Alright. What a stream intro. Oh, my camera's panned so far down today. Probably should have done this before starting, huh? Okay, that looks a bit better. Alright, I'll leave it like that. Alright. Welcome everyone. Back to another stream. Another Game Dev Daily. It is Game Dev Daily number 16 today, and it is January the 23rd. Done a nice string of dailies this week. Guess the last 3 days or so. And basically we are going to be continuing on with the jet spell, because we've spent a lot of time just getting like box casting to work properly, and I've learned a decent amount about how scaling and stuff works in Unity. The difference between your hitbox bound scaling and just your size scaling. So yeah, that's kind of what we went over last time, what we, ended up determining from it. But now, we need some extra stuff. Now the last thing that I kind of dropped on, so we got this spell to actually push enemies, and we also made it so that it pushes us in the other direction, which is kind of what I want, but not really. Also, if I hold right, it doesn't move me. That's really weird. Why? That's very strange. Okay, anyway. So I wanted to, think of a different solution for this. Where I basically want to have a speed modifier, and that modifier gets added on after every other speed thing's been applied. So it's like a final speed value that gets tacked on at the end. And so we're going to look at that speed modifier value. Now, all right, let's get into it. So I'm gonna pull this open. So what we're actually gonna have to do is we have to come into the player class. We have to add another field. So I have a speed value. I'm gonna add another private. Now, do I want this to be like a... It's got to be a static value. Private vector 2. Yeah, it can't just be like a multiplication of the speed. So it's going to be speed factor. I kind of don't really like factor. I think we call it like extra speed or something. I'll just call it speed factor for now. That's fine. And then we're going to go down to the part where we apply physics, which is here. So we're going to use vector 3 speed, and we're also going to use vector 3. Oh, I have a speed factor value. And this comes from physics. That's literally what I called it before. Okay, well, I'm going to have to use a different name then. I'll call it extra speed then. Sure, let's just use that, whatever. Where do I have speed? I want another public vector 2. For now, it's just going to be titled extra speed. And it's going to have getters and setters. I guess I do actually have to define this. Return extra speed. Set extra speed equals value. Okay. Come back down here. It's gonna be speed plus extra speed. And we have to bracket that whole thing. And then we multiply that by the speed factor. Now, for the most part, extra speed should just be 0, 0, 0. Or we only care about the vector 2 portion. So it should just be 0, 0. However, there might be some things where we want to apply extra speed on top. So I mentioned the dash, I'm probably going to change to be extra speed. Like it sets the player's speed vector to 0, but the extra speed gets set to 4 or whatever it is. And the reason we would do that is because I want the extra speed to bypass most of this. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to add it here. We're going to add it before collision checks. We do want it to do collision checks. So we're going to take... Oh, that's annoying. Well, no, I can do it here. Okay, I actually know what I'm going to do. Where's collision checks? Collision checks does a bunch of stuff based off of speed times speed factor. What I'm going to do instead is we're going to pass in to collision checks. So we're going to pass in a speed value. Vector 2 speed. Okay, and then instead of doing negative y times speed factor, I can just do negative speed dot y. Speed dot y. So wherever I'm doing times speed factor, I'm going to get rid of. Oh, I see the issue. So I'm passing that in. Maybe I should underscore all my private values then. I mean, the alternative is I do this. I just write a bunch of thises. Yeah. Alright, I'll just write a bunch of thises. It's fine. I probably should do a better naming convention and use underscores, but whatever. This works the same. So this is going to get our local parameter, and it won't be equivalent to this. This is the passed in speed. I mean, I could just call it like, instead of speed, I could call it like new position. Yeah, let's do that actually. I'm gonna call it new position. Because that's effectively what we're checking. We're checking out a new position. Which is relative to where the player currently is, but that's fine. So I'm gonna take all these speed values and I'm gonna make it new position for all of these. And then we can remove, I don't need the thises anymore, so I can take them back out. I may at some point underscore all these values, but anyway. It's just a bit more clear. Okay. Next thing I need to do is when we're doing collision checks, it's going to be speed. Oh, wait, I'm realizing it doesn't really matter. I still have to do the same thing. I mean, it's fine. It's just gonna use this exact same value. And then what I'm thinking I'll do then... No, I don't have to do any of this crap, that's fine. What I probably should do is do like var new position is equal to this. And then we can just do this. Looks a little cleaner. So we gravity drag top speed. This all applies to our speed value, our local speed value. And then we do collision checks against our new position, which not only accounts for speed, but also counts for extra speed, and then multiplying that by the speed factor. And then after we do collision checks, we then move to the new position. Oh, wait, this is not even gonna work either, is it? Wait, this is kind of a pain in the ass. Hold on. So when I do collision checks, right? Set our speed to 0 and a position on top of the object. Problem is I'm not setting the extra speed to 0. I can do that. Just for collision checks, right? Okay. I'll try it like this. We'll see how it goes. Extra speed dot y equals 0. So we're not just going to set the speed to 0, we're also going to set the extra speed. And then it'll work how I want it to. It's just for collision checking anyway. I'm happy with that. All right, and now what we're gonna do in the jet spell, or in the jet projectile, so this modifies the player's speed. In fact, I kind of don't want to do it in the projectile script. I'd kind of rather do it in the jet script. Because this is on the player. It makes sense that this should have access to the player. I'm fine with the object destroying itself. Oh wait, no, this is the jet spell. This is the projectile. Oh, I did do it in the right place then. Okay, ignore me. This is fine. Okay, play.speed. I'm not going to use speed anymore. I'm going to use extra speed. And then instead of doing plus equals, I'm going to make it equal to a new vector 2. Now drag applies to regular speed. It doesn't give a shit. We don't give a shit for extra speed. Okay, and I think this is gonna work more or less how I want it to. So now what I'm expecting is, okay, well, collisions are not working how I want it to, because I fall straight through the floor. So let's figure out how that's working first. Okay, so there's an issue with collisions. I am falling down and I'm going straight through it. Now, why is that? This should be equivalent to what I was passing in earlier, no? Like, am I crazy? Okay, what's the difference? So I'm doing collision checks according to new position, which is speed plus extra speed. But extra speed should just be 0, 0 anyway. And just to make sure of that, I'll give it a default value too. Equals new vector 2, 0. There's probably a way to do that. In fact, I'm sure it almost certainly defaults to 0, 0 regardless. May as well match that here as well then if I'm going to do this. What do I do with up, down, left, right? Okay, this is dynamic based on my transform position. Okay, fair enough. I mean, shouldn't work like this though, right? I feel like I should be doing this way easier, but okay, whatever, it's fine. This also works because it's a square hitbox, which I probably will end up being a square hitbox regardless, so that's fine. So why is this not working? Something weird has happened. We're passing in a vector 2, which is a new position. And then we're phasing through the ground. Well, let me check that me setting the initial value hasn't made anything different. I don't think it would. Yep, as expected. Interesting that I can pass through the wall here, and I move super slow through the wall for some reason. I mean, it must just be due to the fact that my my code's broken, clearly. Now, what is the problem? Okay, so we have a speed factor. So when we go to our new position, it's plus equal new position. Maybe I shouldn't call it new position. Maybe I should call it I call like frame speed or something. So it's where I'm gonna move next frame. So this vector plus this vector should be 0, 0, so it shouldn't add anything. It should just be this vector multiplied by speed factor, which is what it was before as well. And then let me like actually properly examine this code a bit more. Okay, gravity's gonna apply here. Does this care about my drag? No, that's fine. All this looks fine. Collisions check. Collision checks. Vector 2 frame speed. Check if we're gonna hit the ground. Down hit dot distance. This isn't changed. Is less than frame speed dot y, which is how far we're going to move in the y direction. If so, set this to 0. This to 0. Ah, I know why. Because we still translate by that amount. I'm still moving by this amount, despite the fact that I'm making changes here. Because this is a new value based on these values. Okay, so in that case, I'll just do this. Okay. And this should hopefully resolve that issue. Nice, okay. So back to getting that to work. This is pushing me backwards. And now my speed's been set. So I'm never unsetting it is the issue. Now, it shouldn't let me phase through the wall. Good. And it does currently let me move faster in that direction than I would be able to normally. Oh, so actually interesting, when I hit the wall, it resets my bonus speed, or whatever you call it, extra speed. Okay, so what I need to do now is... if I'm holding the button, set my speed to be this. If I let go of the button, set my extra speed to be 0. Ah, that's what I can use, vector 2.0. I knew that there was some function for that as well. Okay. And so that should fix the issue where when I let go of the key, it should revert my... Yeah. So it goes back to not pushing me. Okay, so I kind of like this. Oh, but also when it times out, I need to do the same thing. So here as well. Okay. Hopefully I was showing that last time. Oh, actually, another thing I'm going to do, just for the sake of this, I'm going to set expiry count to be 10 seconds instead of 1. Just so I can hold the jet out a bit longer. So if I'm on the ground and I press the button, it pushes me back slowly, as we can see. And it's slow enough that you can easily move forward with the jet. Like, I can move forward with it. I can also use it to travel a bit faster in the other direction, because I have the additional force of the jet. So it's kind of like a run, which is a bit of an interesting mechanic, and I don't even hate it. I don't even hate it. I mean, it's like a dash. The thing is, okay, something I have to make sure of is that this water jet needs to not just be strictly better than, it needs to not be strictly better than a dash. which means it either has to go slower than the dash spell, or it has to cost more mana. It has to be less mana efficient than the dash spell. One of those two has to be true, because otherwise you would just never use the dash spell. You just use the jet. And so we can still push stuff with this. We kind of have to like move into it, but as we can see, it works. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that already. Okay, so there's some additional stuff we still want to do. Well, there's actually way more stuff I want to do. One thing I have to do is make it so that we can lock our facing. Lock direction. So I need a boolean for that. Public bool lock. I'll just say lock direction is fine. I should actually make this first. Face right, and then I'll make it right here. Private bool lock direction. So I should put that in the same spot actually. Face right, and then underneath it, lock direction, and we're gonna have get return lock direction, and we also want to be able to set that as well. Lock direction equals value. Okay, put some semicolons in. Lovely. Okay, and now all we're gonna do with this is when we would normally set our facing direction, which is face right, the first thing we do is check if we only update this if not lock direction, and that should be a lowercase. If not lock direction, then change our facing direction. Exactly the same thing here, except it's going to be face right equals true instead. Cool. That's fine. Okay, and then this is going to resolve the issue where if I turn around, oh, you know what? I have to actually like set the value as well. So in the jet here, while we're casting, we want to set our player dot lock direction equals true, and we want to set it to false later as well. So here, set it to false. Put it behind. Here, set it to false. Okay, and now if I press the button, my direction should get locked. So if I press right, it's fine. If I press left, it's fine. Yeah, works exactly how I want it to. Okay, so in terms of how I want this to work on the ground, this is correct. The only difference being, I probably want it to keep going, the jet to keep going for the duration of the stream. Like I want to keep going further. Which is fine, that's easy enough. That's just tweaking the script. And it should only last 1 second, not 10 seconds, like it currently does. So if I just hold the button down long enough, yeah, eventually it stops after 10 seconds. It's pretty satisfying to just push this. I don't know, okay. But otherwise, that's how I want the grounded jet spell to work. Now, if I'm holding up, if I fire the upwards one, this shouldn't be moving me left and right. In fact, it shouldn't give me any additional speed at all. So that's probably the next thing to do. I want to have a... Ooh, how do we want to do this? This vector should probably be based on the rotation of the jet. I think that's fair. So jet direction. Does this have to be a quaternion dot Euler? Has to be a quaternion rotation. Because what I want to use is I want to use what is it called again? Where am I doing it? Hold on. I would like to use vector 2 dot direction. But obviously this isn't an Euler, it's just a vector. Okay, I have to think about this a little bit. So I want to store my rotation amount at this point, right? And then I want to convert it into a direction vector. I want to convert it into a into a vector 2. I want to take this angle and turn it into a vector 2. Which you can just do, right? Convert angle to vector. I mean, isn't that what I'm doing in the spell? It's this bit, right? Yeah, it's literally just this. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we can do that. I just have to do it here as well. Okay, we're going to, yeah, let's do it. I mean, so I'll just write it. Okay, so I want to store private vector 2, and I'm gonna call it direction. And I'm debating if I want to store the angle or not. I think I don't care. No, I will. I'll do that as well. Private int. Private int angle. Let's call it jet angle and jet direction. So it's a bit more clear what we're talking about. Okay, so here I'm gonna set jet angle to be yeah, I'll do it for each one of these. Jet angle equals 90. And then use jet angle. And then we'll just copy this for each of them. Jet angle equals 0, jet angle equals 180. And rather than using quaternion identity, I'll just copy this. And it should be jet angle and jet angle. Okay, and then after we're done doing all this crap, the next thing we want to do is assuming we're grounded. Because currently it only applies if we're grounded. Although I'm always setting it to casting. Okay. Since we're scoping this to being grounded, for now I'll just put it all inside this if statement. But later on we're going to remove that. Okay, I also want to determine the direction, right? So jet direction is going to be equal to a new vector 2 where, here's where we have to do more math, yippee. The x value is, I mean, we can just copy this, right? Dump this in here, it's this float, and then this float, comma, down here. And instead of 180, I'm using, in fact, why am I using 180 here? Oh, wait, no, instead of this, it's jet angle. And that should give me the right direction, I hope. Like, fingers crossed that is that. I guess I just want to get one line. It's actually not that big. Okay. And now using jet direction, which I believe should give me the right value. I can do jet direction multiplied by this. So I can now use extra speed is equal to jet direction multiplied by this vector 2. Which I can now have it be outside. So hold on. It's gonna be... Okay, what I want to be is... Let me cut that. I'm gonna put this in brackets here. Alright, bear with me. Actually, no, I don't even have to do a face right thing now, right? Because now I already know. Because I know which way the jet's going, because it's just based on the angle that I instantiated it at. I mean, I probably still want to be locking my direction regardless, but I don't even have to do this. It's just jet direction times 0.2, 0.2. That's it. And what this means is, if I fire it vertically, it should push me down at 0.2. Except it won't because, well, technically it will. Okay. So we can go over this. Assuming it works, which I hope it does. It's just pushing me in the wrong direction. Okay, close. What do we do wrong here? Okay, actually, hold on. Let me test one thing. If I fire it upwards, is it going to make me float into the air? Because that'd be very funny. No, I'm just going right. Okay, what have I done? What have I done? Let me log this, just see what this says. I can never remember. Jet direction. Alright. Payment, right? I get 1, 0, negative 1, 0. I get 1, 0 if I shoot it upwards. That's not correct. If it's 90 degrees, shouldn't this work? What's cos of 0.5? I guess cos 90. Cos 90 degrees. 0, which is the x. And then sine 90 degrees should be 1. It is. So why am I not getting jet angle 90? If I'm holding up, do this crap. Hello? Wait, what am I missing now? This is really dumb. This should just work, no? Wait, I'm actually so bamboozled. If I'm holding up... Huh? Huh? Am I crazy? I do though. Jet angle's 90. Why are you not doing math properly then? Hello? What is going on? 180 is correct, but if I do 90, I should get 1, not 10. What in the world? Jet angle. But I'm not tripping, right? Hello? And just doing the math wrong? How am I getting memed this hard, man? What? How do I go into every single daily just being like, how do you do trigonometry? Like, what do you mean this doesn't work? The angle's 90. Cos of 90 degrees. Cos 90 degrees, 0. Cos of 0 degrees, 1. How do they give me completely different answers then? Like, what? Sorry, they give me the same answer. They should give me different answers. They give me the same. 90 gives me 1, 0 gives me 1. What did I, dude, I must have done something giga dumb. 0, 1, 0. 90, 1, 0. It's always 1, 0. These values should be negative though. It should push you away from the direction you're going. So that's why it's pushing me the wrong way there. But why is the jet angle? It's like it just doesn't do the math right. Hello? Okay, hold on. This is crazy. How is this even happening? It literally makes no sense. Hold right. I get 1, 0. The angle's 0. And then I see 1, 0 in the vector 2. If I clear this and face the other way, I should see negative 1, 0, 180, negative 1, 0. Negative 1. This is basically 0, 180, and negative 1, 0. That's all correct. If I hold up, I should see 0, 1, 90, 0, 1. I see 1, 0, 90, 1, 0. But how? But how? I see 1, 0, 90, 1, 0. That literally doesn't make sense. If you just plug this with 90 in, which I can do, cos 90 divided by 180 times pi. Should be 0. Google AI is telling me it's 0. Hold on. And I'm getting 1. What the fuck? Like, am I tripping? Am I actually tripping now? Like, what is wrong with this? Why doesn't it work? How? I'm gonna spend another half hour bloody stuck on trigonometry again. It's crazy. Why does trig just not work how I wanted to? Math.cos, jet angle should be 90. These return the right values. 0 gives me 1, and 180 gives me negative 1. 90 should give me 0. Okay. Jet angle. is that value. Jet radiance is this value. Jet angle, jet radians, and then cos value. I guess I'll just use x value. Cos / x value. We're just doing it one step at a time. And then I'll do the other, the sine value. Sine / y value. Alright, I'm printing bloody everything to console. Okay. Now watch this. If I fire it left or right, it'll make sense. Fire it right. Jet angle, 0. Jet radiance, 0. Cos value, 1. X value, 1. Y value, 0. 1, 0. All is expected. Jet angle, 180. Radiance, 3.14. Cos value, -1. X value, -1. Y value, 0. Direction, -1, 0. Fire this upwards. Jet angle, 90. Jet radians, 0. Well, there's my problem. Why isn't that working? Hello? How am I getting 0 radians from this? What? $90 divided by 180 is 0.5. 0.5 times pi is 1.57. How am I getting 0 from this calc? What? I'm sorry, what? Angle, 90. Where in this mathematical equation are we going wrong? Like, hello? So confused. $90 divided by 180 should be 0.5. Nothing that's happening here makes sense. Jet angle, 90. Jet angle divided by 180, 0. 0.5 times pi is right. So it thinks that this is equal to 0. How? Like, all I can think of is that this is also executing. But this isn't an else if, it's just an if. Debug.log up key. Not up key. What the fuck's it? Oh, I bet it's because it's an int. I bet it's rounding it. Did I actually set this to be an int? Oh my god. Why would I have done that? Oh. I mean, like, I guess because it's just, why would I do that though? Fucking god. If anyone ever goes back and watches these VODs, they're just gonna get an absolute collection of me making really obvious mathematical and programming blunders and be like, man, I guess I probably shouldn't do that. That's really fucking dumb. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Dude, I'm gonna get like nothing done today either. Okay, we're moving on. So I've done this, we've got the speed thing working. Now, something I wanted to try is, if I'm not grounded, I want the extra speed to actually be higher. I want it to be like double. Maybe triple even. Huh, it's not overriding it when I jump. Why is it not doing that? Fixed update, if casting, input.get key, spell key, if grounded. Do this. Player.lock direction. But you should still be able to. Why is it, it still thinks I'm grounded when I jump? Like, huh? Also, what the hell am I doing? Just multiply it by negative 0.2f. Like, hello? Okay, how dumb am I? It thinks I'm always grounded, even when I jump? This I don't get. Why does it think I'm grounded when I'm jumping? I do this just so it's really obvious. I mean, it should be obvious anyway because it should be doubling my speed, but... Oh. No, it is obvious. Why couldn't I tell? Should have been clear that it was doubling it. Okay, one's not even nearly enough then. How is this so noticeable? Like, what? How is that a fifth of the speed? I'm missing something there, right? Okay, I actually want this to be like -3 or some shit. Okay, maybe 3 is probably too much. It should probably be like 2. On the ground, it pushes me a little bit, and then I jump and it pushes me a ton. I mean, it is basically what I want to do. Okay, I want to aim it up and then walk off the edge, and it rockets me into the ground, which is cool. Okay, we're getting there, Make this 2, because 3 is too much. I can't believe 0.2 is so noticeable here. I don't get it. It's like being on the ground makes that value more. Okay, I can tell when it's a full integer difference. Okay, I really don't want this to be much though. And maybe I should have I'll just use a const float jet force. And it's gonna be equal to -0.2. And then I can make this like a public value that you can update and change it from a const, but for now I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, so that'll do. This should actually be -2, not -0.2. So that's how hard the jet pushes you, but when you're on the ground you have a bit more stability. There's like ground friction involved. You can like brace yourself, basically, is the gist of it. Now, the next step is don't lock it to being grounded, because there's no need for me to do that. So let's just get rid of this and see what happens when we're not grounded now. So now we've just removed the restriction that we have to be grounded to start casting this spell. Okay, I think I actually do want to change it back to being 3. I kind of like that I want it to like push you like pretty far. Oh, but you can hold the direction as well and you move really far. Look at how you can almost make this gap if you hold the direction. Oh. If you jump when you're doing it, it's like exactly your speed. I mean, I don't know if I'd want that to be a mechanic, honestly, though. Like, I don't think you should be able to gain speed, but I feel like if you're in the air, it just sets your player speed to be 0-0. I think. And it just accounts your bonus speed, I feel like. For now, I'll leave it there because it's funny. Okay, so there's that. I want to add a down thing and just see if it works. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Why not? If we're holding the down key, and we also want to check... No, wait, we could be grounded. It just pushes us off the ground. Yeah, that's fine. I'd have to, like, adjust how that works, but, like, whatever. And then I just set this to 270, and if I've done everything right, it should work. if both of these scripts are written properly, then setting it to 270 everything should just work as intended. Ooh. Oh, I have to update the position. Yeah, okay. That was a bit of a blunder. This needs to be a minus. But other than that, it should work. Okay, it doesn't quite push you off the ground, and you can't jump. Okay, but something I can do... If player is grounded, I can check specifically if I'm holding the down key. Oh, I guess I'll just add it in here, actually. I check that I'm not holding the ground key. The down key, not the ground key. And only if I do that will I propel myself upwards. Otherwise, I can instantiate I can start a jump, and then it's going to do like a giga jump. So I can aim down, fire. It still didn't work. If player is grounded and input.getKey is not player.downKey and not input.getKey player downKey. Wait, why doesn't this work? Why is it still propelling me? It still propels me. Oh, because it's just doing this. I see. I need it to be in here then. To be like this. You love to see 4 nested if statements. An absolute classic. So now I can hold down, fire, and it'll go below the ground. I would make this work differently, but that's fine. And then if I jump, I jump even higher than I would normally. Like that's not the high I can normally jump, but if I do this, I can jump higher. And then I think another cool thing would be if it like hovers me off the ground, maybe. I don't know. I need to tinker this because I think I can make this like work really cool actually. But we'll leave it like that for now. You kind of get the basic gist of what's going on there. The last thing I'd want to do is diagonally fire it. Which, theoretically, I should be able to do. Should I just do it? Like, fuck it. Let's just see if it works. Okay, well, if we're gonna do that, the question is, how do you know to fire diagonally? Well, to be firing diagonally, I have to be holding up and right. If we're holding the up key, then we need to check, are we holding right, left or right key? Yeah. Maybe I should have a function that's like get holding direction. Because at the end of the day, you just want to do a bunch of input checks. And then you can just have a big case switch. I can just have an enumerate. I can have an enum. That's like up, down, left, right, and then like one for northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Well, for now, I guess I'm just going to put it in here, but we could add that later. Input.getKey. So we're holding up key and we're holding right key. If this and if this, then we want to instantiate up right. And then I do an else if, except this one's left key. And then I do an else, which contains what we already have. Okay, and then we do the same thing for the down key. Like, we literally just copy all of this. Like so. So this is up right, up left, straight up. Down right, down left, straight down. And then lastly, we have... this is just if you're facing right or holding right, either way. And this is face left, holding left. Now, things we still need to account for here. Something came to mind and I'm trying to think of what it was. Yeah, whether or not I'm grounded. I don't want to be able to fire diagonally down right if I'm... Oh, maybe that's fine. I guess it's okay. It's just going to look a little jank. That'll probably be fine, honestly. All right, let's just copy and paste some of these and then figure it out. In fact, this should just be a function that I copy out. Whatever. Who cares? It's gonna be a whole bunch of duplicated code. Okay. If we're holding up and we're holding right, I mean, here's the real issue, which is that writing all these positions is gonna be such a pain in the ass. So it's like that. The jet angle is gonna be 45. This is gonna be 135. And it'll be the same thing as this, but with a minus. Now we have 45, 135, and 90. This one down right is gonna be 315, and down left is 225. Quick math. And once again, we need to copy in that. And this one's going to be this, but a minus. And that should be it. This should allow me to fire in diagonal directions as well. So I want to try it. Okay. Okay, I mean, that works. It's pretty cool. Okay. I'm digging it. Oh, I actually love... You can... Okay, that's wrong, but sure. If you're mid-air and use the down thing, you can use it to get some extra height as well. Oh, I can use it to stick myself into the wall. That's definitely not, not what I want. Yeah, interesting. I suppose that would happen even with a normal jump, actually. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that, but alright, that's fine. Oh, that guy is stuck. Okay, let me fix the down right, down left. Which is these two. These should be minuses. I blundered. I blundered the rock. Okay, and now if I do this again, yeah, kind of get this thing going on, which is really weird. I think I actually don't want it to push me until I jump, same as the other two. Or I kind of want it to only push me along the X direction. I might make those only work if you're mid-air. I also don't like how... I kind of want it to give like more initial burst. Like the first frame you press it, I feel like it should add to the speed value. And then it's just a static speed amount after that. Yeah, I need to work on it to get it to feel good, but I want to be like an initial burst of speed, and then it's like constant after the fact. So I think I want that the first frame you press the button, it bumps your speed up, which I guess is just in here as well then. So I could do it down here. Player, instead of play.extra speed, I want it to be play.speed. So this is only when I execute the spell. Player.speed plus equals. And then I want it to be jet direction times jet force. Do I want it to have a modifier? Might even be fine, honestly. I mean, I don't know. We'll take a look, see what it looks like. I think it's not working. Getting the exact same behavior as before. Play.speed plus equals jet direction times jet force. Why is this doing like nothing? What if I just like make this ridiculous? Times 10. Will I notice it now? Oh yeah, now we do. Okay, that is kind of what I want. When I initially press it, it pushes me. Oh, it's really messed vertically. Why is it so much more vertically? Like, that really seems wrong. It looks correct left and right. I think I might only do the burst if I'm not grounded, though. I think would be better. Or maybe it's fine. No, I think it'd be annoying if you're grounded. Okay, it should only be a if not. If not player dot is grounded. So if we're in the air, then do an initial burst, because you have nothing to stabilize yourself on. But again, why is there such a large... Oh, it's because it's not capped. I have an uncapped speed vertically, that's why. So this is like giga exceeding my speed cap. Yeah, which I mean, fair enough. I mean, really, I just should have a vertical speed cap, though. Is there any reason why I wouldn't? Like, where am I doing speed? Not drag, top speed here. Like, I want the same thing, I think, for, I think I want to copy this for Y. But I don't know, I might tinker with these speed values, and it might be that I want my Y speed, my Y max speed to be a bit higher than the X. But I think this should make it, because I just wasn't hitting, like, this times 10 is like clearly way too much. Oh, I can barely even jump high enough now. Okay, well, that's probably why I'm not doing it for the jump. So I do need a different Where's max speed? I need a different max speed for jumping. So I want like a max X speed and a max Y speed probably. Okay, and now if I go back onto the player, look at the scripts. Shit, I don't know what these values were before. I think X speed was like 3. Oh, it definitely wasn't 3. Can I make max Y speed like 4 maybe? X speed was like 2, I guess. I think it was. Okay, that feels about right. I made the max Y speed 4. Okay. I mean, the real thing here is that I need to make it so that if the speeds are going to be different, then this just has to be equal to the X speed. Or if I'm no, yeah, because I can't exceed the speed with this. I mean, unless I want it to be able to push me. Nah, I think I don't though. So only if I'm not grounded. Kind of, it looks really dumb how you like slow fall. Weird how if I'm on the way down, like at all, I get like no boost from it. Like what's going on there? It's like immediately overcome, like gravity just completely deletes the burst you get. If you're on the way up, you get so much more of a boost. Very interesting. Oh, you can actually get all the way up to this platform. That's kind of wild. It might be too good, honestly. I think I have to like play around with it a bit. It's also like really hard to use just because of the way you aim the jet in this. Easier to like start it and then jump with it, and you can actually go like way further. I don't know. Like trying to use this to get around. I feel there's like a lot of skill expression with this spell. I'd have to like really tweak it, I think, to get it working like really how I want it to work. I might even like remove the diagonal. Oh, I don't know. Would I remove the diagonal? Maybe not. I'd like see. I need to fix this issue with the roof collision, because that's just not how that's supposed to work. Okay, I mean, I might call it there for the daily. I really actually like what this is kind of starting with, the jet. I think it needs a lot of work to like really get it to feel good. But I'm enjoying using it, which is always a good sign that like you're kind of doing something actually solid. So I'm noticing as well, if I hold the jet, if I jump off and hold the jet, it takes so long for me to like go back to moving forwards again. It might be that this initial force is too much and I have to like reduce it a bit. Anyway. I don't know. Well, we can tinker around with this a bunch more. So things I still want to do. Actually, I really like how you can kind of use it as a big jump, but I don't like how just jumping and using it gets you more height. I feel like it should get you less. Yeah, I think the amount of push I'm getting off this needs to be like halved, honestly. Just jet force. But I feel like I couldn't even notice it when it was at 1. Unless I like just didn't save it properly. Yeah, I think 1 is good. I mean, you can still get more height than doing that. Even 1 might be too much. Maybe like times 0.8 or something. I don't know, there's gonna be a sweet spot where it just feels good. Again, I want to make sure that this jump is higher than this jump, I think. That's kind of a big one. Yeah, I don't know, I'll play around with it. I feel like I could just tinker with the physics on this spell alone for like forever. And I probably will spend a shit ton of time on it at some point just to get to feel really good. But I really like it as a movement tool. Like, it's pretty sick. I think it'd take a lot of time. It definitely like time to like get good at. Whereas opposed like the dash is just going to be a dash, and like there's no finicky controls that you have to like wrestle with. Whereas this spell is like, to get it to like come out in the right direction is somewhat finicky. But I don't mind it. It's very like old school, like retro game kind of finicky, I think. But I don't mind it that much. And the other thing is that like I'm going to reduce the time on it. It's going to be like pretty short as well. So we'll have that too. But I'm kind of glad, I'm kind of reasonably happy where I've got it at the moment. So, okay. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think so. Pushes you down really fast too. Yeah, okay. So the main thing is I still want to do, I'll make sure the water doesn't go through walls. It should stop itself short of the wall. And it'll probably shrink itself to do that, but I'll figure that out. It's gonna have to... I'm gonna have to solve that myself. Basically. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'll think about how I want to do that. The jet should just keep extending. I actually think I probably won't have a max size on the jet at all. It'll just keep getting bigger and bigger until the spell runs out, basically. Is kind of what I'm thinking. And then, like, ideally, I'd make, like, the water drop after it, like, reaches a certain distance. It just starts dropping off instead. Which you could do with, like, particles and stuff. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. And there's not much hit for the spell then. I think it's like pretty much done. Has too much aerial pushback. Shouldn't send me flying the moment I jump. You should be able to use the spell while jumping, I think. Shouldn't completely negate all your momentum. But again, it's all just physics tweaks. We might actually do some level design in the next daily, which is not going to be tomorrow, probably be the day after. But yeah, I think we might just go with like no Unity, no programming next daily. I'm just going to like hop into Paint. We'll just go in Paint and we'll just sketch out like maybe like a really basic starting level. And we can maybe start looking to just port in some really basic scenery assets to try and build it. I think that's probably like a cool first step. I still have another spell that I want to make, but I think I might just have a break from the programming for a bit. And we'll do some level design instead. But yeah, I want to do the blink spell. The blink spell's pretty, I have a good idea of what I want for it. But yeah, I mean, once we've got Jet in a spot where we're happy with, which if I do level design next session, I guess I won't. I'll put the rest of the Jet stuff on pause. Once Jet's in a spot we're happy with, we'll have 11 spells that are, you know, somewhat coded and set up. With a 12th one in mind that I definitely want, and then only 9 more to actually like ideate and think on. Of course, like any of them I might rework or completely change. I don't know. I think a lot of stuff will come up when I start thinking of level design stuff I want to do and how I can incorporate the different spells into progressing through the areas. Because I definitely want each spell to be tied into progression in some way. Like, this Jet spell is super flexible. It's so obvious how this can be tied into progression. Like, look, I can jump way further. Like, that's a massive gap I can cross now, right? Got myself stuck on the floor. Go me. That's never happened before. But yeah, like, you can use it to, like, get across a massive gap or, like, jump really high. Like, it's a super flexible mobility spell. Of course, by the time you have this spell, you'll already have the dash spell. So you'll already be able to go across big gaps like this. But like something that I want to really build the game in mind with is randomizer. Like, I kind of want to have randomizer baked into the game to begin with. So I really want obstacles that can be circumvented by multiple different spells. That's something that I'd like really want to focus on building into the game, even if it doesn't make sense in logical order. And then, you know, it's going to be I want to like build the game like as non-linear as possible. Those are two things that I'm really focusing on while building it. So, yeah. That's kind of some of my ideas and plans. But I'm sure we'll get into it a bit more. We actually look at doing some level design and stuff. But yes, I think it's probably enough of me stalling. I'm gonna actually close it out. Thanks everyone who stopped by or tuned in for watching, or anyone watching on YouTube. Hi, thanks for you know, giving the VOD a watch. Hope it was mildly entertaining. Again, won't be on tomorrow, but we'll be on Saturday night. 2 days for me, for the Australian. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you all then. Have a great day, and I'll catch you around.